Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Man, can you feel the excitement in the air? So Dallas will get the first possession. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Dirk and Chandler up front. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. And it's Nelson in at the 1 spot. Now here is Nelson. Ellis goes in. Oh, that's blocked. Parker outside. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar, but make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
Parker with it. Guarded by Nelson. Duncan left side. Lets it go from 14. And he nails the jumper. Duncan's got the first basket of the game for the Spurs. We're about 1 minute into the first. Nelson against Parker. Nowitzki with the screen on Parker. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. Nelson, the pass to Ellis. Unloads from 13. And another shot. And Parsons with the lay-in.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
I agree. It settles the team down offensively, and you establish success in the post. That forces the defense to make some adjustments.
Now here's Parker. He feeds it to Duncan. Duncan left side. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Now, here is Nelson. Down low, Leonard with the steal. Parker outside. The feed to Leonard. Duncan against Chandler. Clock at 6. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Tyson Chandler. Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, and both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader, but he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated, and in many ways he can lead without saying a word.
And so Duncan hits them both.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
Count that one. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Nelson against Parker. He kicks it to Green. Fires the three. Goes back up. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for Duncan.
He's getting his hands dirty right away by doing some battling on the boards.
Mavericks trailed by 4. Now Ellis. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. Can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now. And the basket good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
Now here's Green. Parker with no one around. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Ellis. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. And the dunk by Chandler.
Persistence always pays on the offensive glass, guys.
It certainly did there. You're right.
And he didn't mess around with it. Straight back up with a hard slam. I love it.
Now here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Parker left side. Bonner inside, defended by Nowitzki. Bonner kicks to Leonard, shoots the three. Another miss by Leonard. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Nelson against Parker, out to the right wing, and Nowitzki wide open. He fires, no good off the front iron. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Parker outside. Kicks it to Bonner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Bonner's got his first points in this one.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Nowitzki with the screen on Parker. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. Nelson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Back to Nelson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Nelson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. San Antonio trailing here. Parker outside. The dish to Green. Passes it to Leonard. Lets it go from deep, and he gets the bucket.
How about that for a response?
He will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
For Dallas, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Clark, you think of how much success the Spurs have had, and it's almost as if they can plug anyone in, and they are immediately on the same page and working as a unit.
Well, they make it look easy, but there's a lot of work that goes into that. They evaluate the players they bring in, wanting to fit them into a culture that already exists, and the continuity and consistency you get from the top down. Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, and you got those guys in place. Then you throw in Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. And you've got a group that you can win with for a long time, and they've done just that.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Nelson dishes to Chandler. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you got it, Clark.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when we met in round 1. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight.
Boris Diaz checked in for Bonner. And so it's San Antonio with it, trailing by 2. Parker outside. Now the pass to Duncan. Low block shot on the way, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Duncan's got the game tied up here for San Antonio. And you know, like Steve mentioned, a matchup like this can spur a bit of extra intensity with the recent history being what it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I agree. I mean, you always want to show up strong, but definitely this is a game both teams want to win. Pride is a real factor here.
Ellis, that's good.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Parker left side. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. Number 1, the Spurs.
Kevin, this squad had some great passers. I'm talking about outstanding passers. Creative, effective, versatile. I mean, they really knew how to find the right moment last year to get the ball to an open teammate. And that's the key to having assists and leading the league in that category. Finding open teammates for good shots.
Now, here is Nelson. Ellis, the pass to Chandler. Back to Ellis. Chandler kicks to Ellis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Here is Parker. Out to Duncan. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Nelson with the steal. 3-on-3. Rejected by Duncan. Parker against Nelson. Parker dishes to Green. Feeds it to Diaw. Duncan with a screen on Nowitzki. Diaw, the pass to Parker. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Chandler with the steal. Dishes it to Duncan. Outside Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Green with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. It's Parker with the drive.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively built through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Well, I like what he did at the line a season ago, shooting 81%.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
A different look now for San Antonio. Baines is checked in, and it's Bellinelli in for Leonard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Chandler. Aminu comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Harris is checked in for Ellis. And it's Felton in for Nelson.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Manu Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right-brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Ginobili following the score by Dallas. He dishes it to Bellinelli. And Ginobili, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the way. Ginobili's got his first bucket of the night. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Felton with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Third in three-point shooting. And they were ranked third in taking care of the ball. This team does not commit turnovers at a high rate. Very impressive.
And how about the spacing?